If you like stand-up that's in the vibe of improv that's totally made up, you're in the right place. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
Who was here for Knicks Mania? Everyone? Wow.
For Game 5, I was flying Southwest, and I had a connection in Nashville, so I was on a flight watching it. And you know what? Most of the people on that flight from Nashville to LaGuardia were watching Avatar: Fire and Ash. I was very disappointed. Way more disappointed than I thought. I was looking around, and there was like mostly watching Avatar. Comedy comes from like tragedy and from like having something to complain about. So this whole night's just gonna be us being happy. Yeah. It's us being happy, being like pretty fucking cool, huh? Something bad's gonna happen again soon, but for now, pretty fucking cool.
There was actually, yeah, that's right. There was an article, I got an email about this article in the New Yorker that was about New York celebrating how it's the greatest thing, you know, because it hasn't happened in 53 years, and it's united New Yorkers in another way. And then it said, but later in the piece, David Remnick warns that this is not going to last forever. It's like, is there a more New Yorker thing you could do?
But actually, by the way, London things will come to an end.
Shut the fuck up, David. Shut the fuck up for 1 minute, okay?
No. Also, journalism is dying.
Yeah.
Remnick, stop it.
Remnant. I didn't drink for January, February, March, took off, and I was like, my new deal, I'm never gonna have a hangover again. I can drink, but like no more hangovers just because they're too, and yesterday's was, ooh, my God. But it's cool when you earn it. Like that, I work on Sunday brunch, this French restaurant down the street on the Maitre D', and I love it. I just hang at the front. You know what the Maitre D' does? You just have the iPad. You just talk to people, and you're just like, oh, I'm 32. It's the best job I've ever had. It's incredible.
It's the same job as a toddler. They just had the iPad.
And they do. It's give it to the kid, and then you give it to the man. Yeah. Who's seeing?
I'm like, I'm sorry, it's screen time right now? I'm like, yeah, screen time during my shift, thank you.
And I'll tell you what, it was 7 hours in front of the iPad just being like, hi, how are you doing today? And in my head, I was just like, I'm gonna die. But you earned it. I earned it, so I was fine. I was like, I had the sweats, and I had a headache, and I thought I was gonna throw up, but the whole time I'm just like, how fucking sick was last night? And if you guys come there, don't talk to me. I'm on my iPad, okay? I'm focused. All right, don't ask me I don't know about the menu. I'm just on the iPad, Googling people's names, okay?
We are going to take a break this summer. In some of the summer months, Great Times will definitely be fully back in the fall.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for me to write down, here's a little hit for later, for me to try and write a joke about rugs.com. Just wait till I try to do it. Now I have to try and be like, hey, you guys have to get over rugs.com? I'm taking a break from Great Times for 2 months to think about if I ever want to do stand-up again, because I've just realized the past year I'm not good at it.
Then I'll just be hosting this by myself because I haven't realized, they haven't become the same realization as you. I'm like, I'm still really good. This is my calling.
What I know, I always write stuff down and then I'm like, this is all you fucking thought about this month?
Well, so I tried to get us some sponsorships for this month.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, this might be the last show, but I got one. It was for a Christian energy drink called Forgiven. But it's 4GVN, Forgiven. And they only had like 1,400 followers, and I was like, I've got more followers than them, so I can alpha this message. And alpha and omega. Christians in the room. Hell yeah. But no, I messaged him. I was like, I run this show in New York. We're trying to get sponsorships. We're having a very special night. Is there any way we could get some product? And then nothing. But it did send us down this rabbit hole. There are many Christian energy drinks. It's like a huge market now.
Oh, you think because Forgiven's not going to sponsor us, we're not going to buy another one?
I'm thinking someone. We were coming in with names for different ones, like Discipled. That's one that I'm gonna start.
I have been a practicing Christian for 40 years, and I still am, and I fucking hate that it's popular now. It's the biggest fucking losers in the world are cashing in. I'm like, go home and fucking pray and shut the fuck up.
I told a friend, he was like, it's literally the thing that if you know scripture, it's like what Christ would have turned the tables over because they were like selling that in the temple. And I was like, no, that would have given him the strength to turn the tables over. He was so jacked on forgiveness.
He was like, hold on, there's so shit in the temple. Hold on a sec.
I'm gonna choke forgiven. I really do hope they reach back out. I really hope they do.
The thing is if they do, it'll be this delicate balance where we have to be like,
I think
we have to make sure they don't find out we're making fun of it.
I think we go all in and we make them think they're converting us.
Yeah.
I think we're
yeah.
Well,
Well,
who gives us this? And I'm like, I don't know, man.
You know
this
what?
Jesus guy seems pretty cool. You think we can maybe get a case? This is kind of weird, man. So wait, anything I do is okay? Are you serious? The other thing that I get is, because we're both men in our 40s, it's like that and all Blue Chew ads now. Blue Chew, if you don't know, it's the new Viagra, but they send it to you in the mail.
Come on in, folks. Come on in. There's seats. There's seats up front. We don't yell at people or talk to them.
Yeah, no.
We're not.
Are any of you from Forgiven, by the way?
Yeah. If you are, we'll take a case. I have a business idea, though. Okay, tell me.
Christian erectile dysfunction pills,
Oh, that's great.
right?
Wow.
Because it's just like he is risen.
That is what it's called. R-I-Z-N. Oh my God, we have to make it. He is preaching. Yes. You know, after we waited 22 years to get married and we had never had sex before, things were really good for a few years, but things started to slow down after prayer time. That's when I started taking Risen. And you take one Risen with one Forgiven, you're gonna have to go to confession. Good God. Yeah, we gotta start that, dude.
God has a plan for you, and that plan is, it might be difficult, but it will certainly be hard. Okay?
Oh my God.
That was awesome. All right. We'll keep doing it. We won't quit.
All right.
No, how'd you guys hear about the show? Do you know us?
We're not with Peter.
Peter. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Peter's also a disciple's name, keeping in the theme before we're talking.
Yeah. He's the cornerstone of this show.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Actually, Peter is also the name of another Christian erectile dysfunction pill. Peter. Nothing off the name, but Peter. If you think about it, like Risen and Peter would be great.
Oh, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, dude.
I was told there would not be crowd work.
I know.
told that actually.
You know what's funny? We used to do this show in the East Village. We started in 2014. And at that point, I was going to this church in Tribeca, and everyone was like 25 to like 32. And I'm not joking, Mike. We would have on comic after comic every single month, and people would do really dirty stuff, and no one would laugh. And they're like, your audience doesn't like dirty stuff. So people would always say that. They'd be like, what's wrong with the audience? And they would like it because they'd be like, I'll do smarter stuff or whatever. And the other thing we would get all the time from every male comedian in New York, they would just be like, you have so many hot girls in your audience. I was like, yeah, you should go to church in Tribeca.
We did not plan to just go off on this giant.
Dip it all.
We're filming our religious Netflix special tonight, but there is the Catholic Church that advertises on Instagram as like a hot place to meet young Catholic singles.
Yeah, church is cool now.
Yeah.
Church is cool now and everyone's hot. Okay. Just time for me to age out and be single.
Just age out, be single, and lose all sense of belief.
Yeah.
He just looks at that iPad at the host stand, drinks tequila out of a water bottle.
Yeah, no. I got you. That's all I need.
And I'm just full of Risen. Just poking out of my tree.
Have you guys ever used Ruggs.com? This isn't a joke. This is the philosophy of the place that I'm at right now, okay? It's like I got into comedy through storytelling, and then I'm like, hey, you write short jokes on Instagram, what? And I can't do it. And I was like, oh, Ruggs.com is funny, because they sent me an email. I was like, I just bought a rug from Ruggs.com. I don't need another fucking rug. I bought one rug in the past 20 years, got it from Ruggs.com. Then the next day, they're like, you got this rug, you want another rug? And then they sent me every email, and every time I'm like trying to unsubscribe. I was like, stop, I bought a rug. And then I cleaned out a new room, and then one popped up, I was like, ooh, I could buy another rug. That wasn't bad, but I was like, I wrote that out, I was like, oh, is that a joke? That's so dumb. It made me think about the time I did a joke in Scotland at Edinburgh Fringe that was at an Irish pub, and I went and I was working on a joke about Brothers Karamazov because I just read Dostoevsky, and I was like, it's funny, and I did it, and just no one laughed, and then I walked off stage. The next girl, she's like, well, that was the fucking nerdiest set I've ever heard. Who here likes tits? I was like, maybe this is not the art form for me, you know? But this all seemed to go well, so I'm back.
I've been hitting the beach a little bit, getting in the pool a bit. I've been anybody taking a lot of dips? Taking a dip? Anybody taking a dip yet? How was the dip?
It was cold.
Yeah, it was cold. Some chili cannonballs.
Oh yeah.
Chili cannonballs. Yeah, there's an article that just came out of my town. They said 87% of women prefer a man who pencil dives into pools compared to cannonballs. Can you believe that? What a survey! Never heard of this. Let's do a survey right here. Ladies, cannonballs. Pencil dive. For those of you who are in between, maybe this will change your mind. Oh, let me do it again. Perfect form. Perfect form. Look at this. I'm 39. I'm 6'2". Here's the thing. I grew up in an above-ground pool. You got to be careful in an above-ground pool. If you're going to pencil dive, you can't go straight down. You're going to blow out your knee and screw your whole softball season over. It's going to be fun. You got to come in at an angle. You got to do like this. You got to see a swoop on it. You got to swoop. You don't want to skid that. You don't want to skid the lining. I've always wanted to be a pool toy model. You're just like leaning on a pool noodle, just like.
I was out of town for 3 weeks. I flew in Southwest. Southwest is just like any other airline now. It used to be like a cool airline. My dad told me that when they started Southwest, if you booked the top tier, like back in the 70s or whatever, they would give you an option where you could pay $2 more and you would get a fifth of liquor when you left the plane. This is true, I'm not making this up. And so he was like, our business manager would buy us the nicest seats, and then when you would get off the plane, he would take all the liquor from us. And then we would go to business meetings the next day, and they would meet your clients and be like, we got you this bottle of liquor. Not knowing that it just came from the bottom of a Southwest plane. But when we flew back last night, there was a flight attendant who he was very, just like, had to be his first day, possibly still in training. He got drink orders from everyone, and then he came back 5 minutes later very flustered, and he just handed me a beer. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then he just looked, thank you. And then he just looked at me, and I was like, I didn't order this beer. He goes, no. Who did? Like, I think the people in front of him, he was like, they did, yeah. We were landing, and the girl in front of me needed to go to the bathroom, but we were like mid-land. And she was like, oh, really sorry. And I go to the bathroom, and he just goes, man, we're landing. You can see the seatbelt sign, so I cannot let you go. But technically, I can't do anything if you get up. This guy is really bad at his job. Terrible. I paid $45 to check a bag for this. It was awful. They had this thing where he had a friend that lived in Vancouver, Washington. My dad lived in Texas, and his friend would fly in and give him smoked salmon in a suitcase because they had really good smoked salmon there, I guess. And then his friend would leave, but he would leave the empty suitcase. And then my dad would go to the airport, and he would buy a ticket back to Vancouver, Washington. But right before the plane took off, he would go and do like, I'm sorry, I'm sick, I can't make the flight. But he would have already checked the empty suitcase. And then they wouldn't do anything, and then his friend would go and he would pick up the suitcase, and then he would load it up with more salmon, and then he would do the same thing and ship the salmon back to my dad. And they were just running a cargo scheme of salmon around America. I was like, I don't know if he's in touch with that guy anymore, but I want to sit them both down and be like, things have gotten so much worse. There are rules now, and the rules are against us. You guys are getting liquor for $3 and just free fish everywhere.
Sometimes, like a straight guy comedian will come on stage and be like, "You guys heard this app called Grindr?" And it's like, I've also heard of fucking Ask Jeeves. Shut up! You're light years behind. You have no idea what they're doing. No idea. Do you know what Sniffies is? It's for the person who whistled has to leave right now. This is a nice establishment. Nanette happened here. You can't be here right now.
This next comedian is on Saturday Night Live, so please put your hands together for the very funny James Austin Johnson!
Yeah. It's wonderful to be here. I didn't know that there would be so many Christians on the lineup. That was a lot of, I guess, middle liberal Christians on the lineup. And I did grow up super duper Christian, very Christian, and running as high a speed as I can manage from that community and that whole thing. So feeling cornered, kind of thought off-Broadway theater where one-person shows happen, lots of bisexual haircuts in the vicinity. I thought I would be okay, and I got that.
You know, when Ethan, we give it for Ethan Filler. When Ethan was on stage, the person that whistled for Sniffies was me. Not even joking. Do you know what Sniffies is? A couple years ago. What a great way to start a story, huh? I was out with my girlfriend and her friend from college, and I mean, this story is like not what I'm teeing up at all. It's just all. No, I mean, he was telling me same thing. He was like, "Oh yeah, you know what Grindr is. You don't know what Sniffies is." And even like when he told me, he was still like, "You don't get what Sniffies is. It's like you don't understand this world." But it's like a technological wonder.
Well, before apps were out, there was a friend that told us about Stink Daddy Underwear Night.
So Stink Daddy Underwear Night, it was
in Chicago.
Do you know what Stink Daddy Underwear Night is?
Okay, so
There's a guy. It's a guy I went to college with.
Yeah. So basically, you wake up in the morning, you work out.
Yes, you wake up in the morning. There's a gym under his apartment in Chicago.
Yeah.
And they have a night where you wake up in the morning, you work out,
and then you don't shower.
you don't shower.
And then you go to work all day.
Yep.
And then you go to the gay bar for Stink Daddy Underwear Night.
But you wear the same underwear you worked out in that morning.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that, I remember when I heard about it, they were trying to gross me out. Like, isn't that crazy? I'm like, that sounds fucking awesome. It really does. It's like, the only thing is I'm attracted to women, but I'm like, I heard about the mine shaft. Do you guys know about the mine shaft?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read about the mine shaft. I'm like, that's all I want to do is fucking hang out with
What's
boys.
the Mine Shaft?
The Mine Shaft is a gay club it was Robert Mapplethorpe, the photographer.
Mm-hmm.
He documented the entire thing. And yeah, it was just like a gay club where it was the first like leather bar. But it's like, in the Mapplethorpe documentary, like, they know how to hang. There's no fucking going around annoying on me and like, hey, buy me a drink. It's like, no, you fucking smell, then you suck each other off, and you fucking have a good time with your voice. I'm dreaming.
No.
I'm fantasizing about a better life where I would have more fun. I don't even like. I would do it. I would do it. At this point, I would totally do it. I was engaged when I was 27, and I haven't been in a serious relationship with a woman since then. So it's like, at this point, I'd be like, whatever. Like, at this point, it's like, whatever. I would have to work on my blowjobs. My hand jobs would be legit, though. Because those would be on point. There's just a certain point where you're like, everyone's got to lighten up. The people at the mine shaft are they were having a ton of fun. Yeah. And I saw the pictures. It's in the Robert Mapplethorpe documentary. It's great.
You know what? I was trying to think of what a gay Christian energy drink would be called. Yeah.
Second kind.
Second coming.
Yeah, there we go.
That's Tanzosh right here. Also, there was no plan for this to be the theme of the show.
There wasn't. I just read a Thomas Merton book, and he's like, that's what I'm into. Fucking, he's a monk.
You're just practicing what you're gonna say to guys at gay club. I've heard Thomas Merton book. That's what I'm into. Stink Daddy Underwear Night, not me.
Yeah.
New Seeds of Contemplation.
Yeah, that was the one.
I know. Great one.
And it's all just about contemplating life, which is way more fun. And then he was murdered by the CIA for being anti-war.
Going to talk to the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, so they murder all the cool Christians, and then they leave the fucking annoying ones. They're like, let's put taurine in it. No more B12. Shut the fuck up.
To James's point, I had a friend that went to a cool church in LA, and they had a pour-over coffee station at the church, which I think is actually pretty cool.
My mom, we talked about my mom, and my mom, this is a trick I did on my mom, which is her favorite Bible verse is Jeremiah 11. Like, it's like, for I know the plans I have to you to prosper you. It's like God loves you and everything. And she sends it to me sometimes, and she's like, I love you, just remember this verse. So I sent her one time Ezekiel 23:20, and she just hearted it, never looked it up. And the person was like, did you read that verse? And she was like, no, but I love that verse. I was like, have you read it? She's like, so she looked it up, and I had to read it out loud, and this is the verse. There she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like donkeys, and whose emission was like that of horses. I'm going on, I'm like, there's girls out there that like huge cocks and big loads of cum. It's in the Old Testament, Mom. You can't be mad at me. These fucking ladies out here want big giant dicks of donkey cum. And Ezekiel was like, yeah, for sure.
This isn't the big one. This is going to print.
You just found your reason to get back into the female dating pool.
Yeah.
Thank you to Ethan, Phil, Lloyd, follow Ethan.
Thank you so much to Brad, Howe. Thank you, Tanzosh and Johnson. Thank you all for coming. The cards are jamming. We'll see you in September. We'll see you guys.